Have you come to the problem? Problem 5, page number 3.18 in the textbook. The cash book of Mr. Gadbadwala shows 8,364 as bank balance as on 31st December 2011. The cash book of Mr. Gadbadwala shows 8,364 bank balance as on 31st December 2011. So we have a favorable bank balance. Let us start. Let us start preparing the bank reconciliation statement. What will write here? Bank reconciliation statement of Mr. Gadbadwala as on cash book of Mr. Gadbadwala shows 8,064 as the balance at bank on 31st December 2011. Right. Favorable bank balance as per cash book. How much amount? 8,364. Add less. Now what should we get as answer? Please tell me. Bank balance as per passbook should be our answer. On 15th December 2011, the payment side of the cash book was undercast by 100 rupees. On 15th December 2011, the payment side of the cash book was undercast by how many rupees? 100 rupees. So on a particular day, payment side of the cash book totaling was 100 rupees short. If you do totaling of payment side 100 rupees short, what will be the impact on balance? Payment side of the cash book was undercast by 100. Suppose there was a payment of 1,000, but you total it as only 900. Total the payment as 900. How do you find the balance of cash book? Total the receipt side, total the payment side, receipt side minus payment side, you get the balance. The payment side totaling, if you do short, balance will automatically be more. Yes? Yes. To understand it, let us use this table. Cash book, passbook. I want to make cash book equal to passbook, hence I put a star to the passbook. Opening balance 8364 here, 8364 here. Assume both are one and the same. Suppose actual payments were 1,000. Passbook also payments 1,000. Deposit, withdrawal, deposit. This is the actual position. But instead of totaling the payment as 1,000, we do the total as 900. What will be the impact? You have 1,000 here, you have 900 here. Actually there should have been 1,000 here, but by mistake you have totaled it to only 900. Now can I remove 900, 1,000 here and write only 100 here? I have cancelled the common item. 900 is there, 900 is here. Only 100 rupees payment is appearing here, but the payment is not appearing here. You know what will happen? The balance of passbook will be less. The balance of cash book will be more. I want to make cash book equal to passbook. So what should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Reduce. By how much amount? 100. This is the reason of difference. 100 rupees. Payment appearing in passbook, but not payment recorded in passbook, but ignored in the cash book. Payment recorded in the passbook. Payment recorded in the cash book, but ignored in the cash book. We forgot it. So it is like payment not recorded in the cash book only. So if you see, past balance is 100 rupees less, cash balance is 100 rupees more. What should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Less. Less by how much rupees? 100 rupees. Undercasting means under totaling. All gadwad he is going to do now. You see the problem. If you want, you can prepare those working notes also. Leave some space for the problem and then start preparing those working notes also. Of this next transaction, please read the next transaction. Check for rupees 131 issued on 25th December 2011 was not taken in the bank column. Where do you have bank column? Cash book. We have bank column. Check was issued on 25th December 2011 but not recorded in the bank column of the cash book. Now question arises. Did the supplier present the check in the bank? Did the bank make the payment? No guidance is given to us in the problem. The problem says 25th December we issued a check, not recorded in the cash book. But the problem is silent whether the supplier has presented the check in the bank or not, whether the bank has made the payment or not. All those information is not given. But till now, please try to remember all the problems till now. We were always told checks deposited but not credited, check issued but not presented for payment. In this problem, in this particular transaction, no such information is given. What does that mean? That means check was issued, it was presented to the bank, bank made the payment, but not recorded in the cash book for the first time. We have issued a check, we forgot to write an entry. We forgot to write an entry. It happens sometimes. Even in our office also we issue checks, we forget to record it. Yesterday also issued 2 checks, but I did not pass entries for that. So, checks issued, not recorded in our books, but creditor has presented the check in the bank and he has already taken the payment also. So, withdrawal recorded in the passbook reduces, not recorded in the cash book. What should I do to cash book to make it equal? Less. Or you can see it in this way also. What is the value of check issued? 131. Presented, but not recorded in the cash book. Balance here will be more. Balance here will be less. What should I do to this book to make it equal to passbook? Less. I have to reduce this book. How much? By 131. Reason of difference. Check issued first time, not recorded in cash book. So till now in all the problems we did, we were given check received, deposited but not credited, check issued but not presented for payment. In this case, he did not say check was not presented for payment. That means check was presented for payment and bank has already made the payment also. But we have not recorded the payment. Okay. Next. One deposit of 150 was recorded in the cash book as if there is no bank column therein. What does that mean? One deposit of rupees 150 was recorded in the cash book as if there is no bank column therein. Now please tell me, when you deposit 150 rupees cash in the bank column should be debited or not in the cash book? Yes. We debit bank column, we credit cash column. But our accountant could not see the bank column. He has recorded either in the discount column or the cash column. I forgot to record it in the bank column. So deposit not recorded in the bank column of the cash book. That means our books not recorded. Books of the bank recorded. Did the problem say not recorded in the bank? No. The problem did not say not recorded in the bank. That means it has been recorded in the bank. So cash deposited in the bank, recorded in the passbook, but not recorded in the cash book. Favorable balance we started with. Deposit in the bank, increased. Not recorded in the cash book. What should we do now? Cash book to make it equal to passbook? Add. Cash deposited, not recorded in cash book. How much? You can see through this approach also. Look at the board, everyone. Deposit, record in the passbook, not record in the cash book. Same side, no? Add, increase. What should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Add. How much amount? Same thing again. Next transaction. This is an ultimate transaction. Now before you take up, please prepare those working notes. Prepare a fresh working note like this in your notebook first. Side by side, cash book, passbook, starting balance 8364, debit side cash book, 8364 passbook, credit side. Put a star mark to passbook. Prepare those two T's in your notebook first. On 18th December 2011, the debit balance of 1,526 rupees as on the previous day was brought forward as a credit balance. On 18th December 2011, the debit balance of 1526 as on the previous day was brought forward as a credit balance. On 15th December, there was a debit balance. How much amount? On 15th December, that means before BRS date, on a particular day you had a debit balance of 1526. That means on the same day passbook should show a credit balance of 1526. This is the correct position. On 15th December, cash book had a debit balance of 1526. If cash book has debit balance, passbook should have credit balance. Okay, but this is the correct position. But when the accountant turned the page and he had to bring forward the balance, instead of bringing the balance to the same side, he wrote it by mistake on the opposite side. Next day, by mistake, he shifted this amount to this side. So write like this, jump. So the amount by mistake jumped from the debit side to the credit side. See, when one of the pages is over, no, you have to do the balance and then balance is taken to the next side. But balance should be taken to the higher side. Suppose debit side was higher in the last page, balance should be written again on the debit side in the next page. But by mistake he wrote it on the credit side. Correct position was 1526 debit, 1526 credit. But by mistake you transferred it to 1526. Now, will the banker get a dream that the accountant by mistake has shifted the amount from the debit side to the credit side? So I should also shift the amount from the credit side to the debit side. Will he do that? No. So the balance remains on the credit side, but cash book amount has jumped from the debit side to the credit side. Now tell me what is the balance here? 8364 debit minus 1526 credit. How much is the balance left? Do it on calculator. 6838 is the balance here. How much is the balance here? Now tell me which balance has increased, which balance has reduced. is the difference? 3052 is the difference. By this amount, cash book is lower than the passbook. Cash book is lower than the passbook by this amount. So what should you do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? If you add this to this, then you get this number, no?
Yes, sir.
If you add this to this, then you get this number. And this amount should be added to the cash book balance to make it equal to the passbook balance. 3052. Error in cash book. Error. Not normal error. Next, out of the total checks amounting to 11,514 drawn in the last week of December 2011, checks aggregating 7,815 were encashed in December. Now what does that mean? Out of total checks amounting to 11,514 drawn in the last week of December 2011. That means in the last week of December, we have written checks worth 11,514 rupees. The last week of December, we have issued checks to our suppliers, 11,514. As soon as we issue the check, what do? We record it as a withdrawal. Look at the board. As soon as we issue a check, we record it as a withdrawal. 11,514 we have issued checks. So before BRS date, we record it as a withdrawal. But how many checks were encashed before BRS date?
785.
How many checks were encashed before BRS date? 7,815 rupees worth of checks only. So we have encashed only checks worth 7,815 in the passbook. Some creditors are still keeping the checks below their pillow and sleeping. They have not woken up, they have not presented the check in the bank and received their payment. Out of this amount has been encashed. Can you tell me how much amount is not encashed? 3699. Withdrawal recorded in cash book, not recorded in passbook. Cash book balance will be less, pass balance will be more. What should we do to cash book to make it equal? Add. Let us see whether the same answer we get or not here. What is the balance? What you can do is you can keep it like this. 0. Difference between 11,514 and 7,815. Check issued but not see 11,514 worth of checks have been issued. Encashed 7,815. Encashed is never a reason of difference. Check issued but not encashed is reason of difference. Check issued but not encashed, how much is it? 11,514 minus 7,815. So we come to understand that checks worth 3,699 have been issued but not presented for payment in the bank. Recorded as a withdrawal in the cash book, balance is less. Passbook not recorded. Cash book should be increased to make the balance equal. Next. Now in sixth transaction you have two transactions, so you have to read it separately. Dividends of 250 rupees collected by bank and subscription of rupees 100 paid by it were not recorded in the cash book. So you have to read it separately. Dividends of 250 collected by bank not recorded in cash book. Now for that we don't require those working notes. Cash book balance, passbook balance. Dividends collected by bank. Fair balance started with no. Both are showing fair balances.
Add.
So what is that? Direct deposit not recorded in cash book. How much? 250. Now read the second part of the transaction. Subscription of rupees 100 paid by it were not recorded in the cash book. Subscription of rupees 100 paid by it were not recorded in the cash book. Subscription of 100 rupees paid by the bank not recorded in cash book. Withdrawal, payment made by bank, passbook entry is recorded. Fill balance no, withdrawal balance will reduce in passbook. Cash book no entry. What should I do to cash book to make it equal now? Less. Direct payment not recorded in cash book. How much? 100 rupees. One outgoing check of rupees 350 recorded twice in the cash book. Prepare a reconciliation statement. One outgoing check of rupees 350 was recorded twice in the cash book. All Garbads is going to do. Let us use this. Okay, without using this working notebook, let us try to use logically. Check issued how many times?
2 times.
No. Check issued only one time. But how many times recorded in cash book? Twice. So my question is, read the problem and tell me, was the check presented and paid by the bank? No. Read it carefully. Check issued 350 was recorded twice in the cash book. Did he say not recorded in passbook? No. Till now he has always been saying check issued but not presented. Checks received but not credited. Amount deposited but not credited. Payment made by bank not recorded in cash book. So what was not done was always given in the problem. But in this case, he is not saying that check was not presented. That means you have to assume check was presented. Okay. You issue a check, cash book. We record a withdrawal. Balance reduces. Check is presented in the bank. Bank makes the payment. Passbook reduces. So both should be equal. But what is the mistake we did? We again recorded as a withdrawal. Double withdrawal we recorded, no? So now what should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Add. How much? 350 only. Error in cash book. Total all these things and tell me how much is it? Is it 7351?
7501.
7501. Total of the minus items? 331. Total of these numbers? 15,865. Now what is that? Bank balance as per passbook. Favorable or overdraft? See the textbook and see whether our answer is right or wrong. Yes, it is absolutely right.